Yo guys, welcome to a brand new video, and today we are going to be doing a Destiny 2, remember that's Destiny 2 raid tier list. We did a dungeon tier list a couple months ago. It actually did decently well, and you guys really agreed with all of my dungeon picks. You didn't hate it at all. So this is going to be the same thing. Obviously, everything I choose is going to be absolute top picks. So my opinion is honestly the best opinion, and no one is going to disagree with anything on this list. To start this list off, these aren't in, I don't think, they're not in like release order. I think they're just kind of on there. They're kind of in release order a little bit, but to get this started off, so the first couple raids that were in D2, Leviathan, Scourge, Eater, Spire, Stars, and Crown, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't do raids when I first played this game. And so I didn't do any of those. So I have never done Leviathan. That's not true. I've done one encounter of Leviathan, and I forget which encounter it was. Something to do with the baths. I don't remember. But I've never done Scourge. I've never done Eater, and I've never done Spire or Crown. I think I went into Crown, but I never did it. Never like actually did an encounter. So to start this list off, I've never done those five. And I know what was it, Eater and Spire and Crown were raid layers, right? And then Leviathan was the main raid. So maybe one day those will all come back. Not gonna happen. I mean, you never know. I mean, it depends if they re-release raids like they have been with like the D1 stuff. But I don't know. We'll see if these ever come back. If they do, I'll definitely do them if they come back. But back when I played the game originally, when these were still in the game, I didn't do raids, and yeah. And then by the time I came back to the game, they were all gone. So, because I played the game when Forsaken first dropped, and then I played it for a little bit, and these were all in the game when I played. Yeah, and then I left the game, came back at like season 14. I think it was season of the Splicer. I think season it was, and I've been playing ever since then. Played. I've been playing the game, but yeah, these weren't in the game anymore. So, but yeah, but from here on, I've done all of the raids from then on, from Last Wish all the way to Salvation's Edge. I have done all of those. So, but let's get into this. Last Wish. This I think this is the first. This is the first raid. No, it's not the. It's the first raid I attempted to do, and I didn't finish it the first time because the people I were with were fucking assholes. They were actual. It was a Sherpa guy, and then the people that were with him were fucking assholes. Like he had like this other guy that was like helping him. Like one guy was a Sherpa, and then this other guy was with him that knew how to do it as well, and he was being a fucking dickhead like the whole time. I think we got like through encounter two, and then I left because they were that guy and the Sherpa were just awful fucking humans. Like honestly, like wastes of fucking skin, like fucking pieces of shit. Like I hope and pray bad things happen to them in GTA, of course. But Last Wish is a very good raid. Uh, it's one of the only raids in the game that only a couple people finished. I think Salvation's Edge actually has less because two teams finished Last Wish, and only one team finished Salvations in 24 hours, I should say. Well, Last Wish was only a 24-hour contest, and then Salvations was obviously 48 hours. But only two teams uh, got the thing. I know Team Redeem won that one, so that's cool. Oops, let me scroll up. I didn't mean to scroll down. But Last Wish, very fun raid. Has a ton of encounters. It has the opening. What is her name? Callie, right? Callie, and then you have the ogre dude. Then you have no, you have the that one encounter first. Do you? No, that's Callie. Then you have Shirochi. That's what it is. It's a Callie. Is it Callie? I don't know. And then Shirochi, and then the ogre guy, and then you have Vault, and then Riven, and then you Queen's Walk. So it's technically six encounters, but we can say Queen's Walk and Riven are the same thing, I guess. But they both give loot, so I don't know. I remember the exotic 1,000 voices. I remember when I first got it to drop, it was like my second clear, and I was able to get it. There's actually a clip of me getting it if you guys want to see it. There's a short somewhere in the fucking somewhere. I think it's on YouTube. It might, I don't know. But there's a short of me getting it. It's very nice. And then the gun's never been useful. So, Last Wish, I'm going to put an A. Last Wish is a very good raid. Garden of Salvation. I've only done this raid one time. Even with the craftable weapons, I've only done it once. And it was to get Divinity. And that raid took us like 5.5 hours. It was... It's something else. Actually, I guess I've done it twice, I guess. I've done the raid twice. Not great. I'm not a fan of the raid. I mean, the first encounter is just grab the vomit and run to the next room. I mean, second encounter is what, the baseball shit, and then there's the gambit, and then there's the final boss, yeah. Because you're in the same arena for 3 encounters, which I guess Vaulted Glass does as well, so. I mean, I'd probably put the raid at C. I just don't think it's very fun. It's not a fun replayable raid. The craftable weapons are not bad. I mean, the auto rifle, the hand cannon, the fusion, all very good. I think the shotgun is a top pick in PvP for craftable. I only have the craftable hand cannon. It's because I was doing the free chests. There's a thing where you can like glitch into the first free chest, and then you can G-horn up to the second one. So I did that to get the hand cannon. So that's the only craftable weapon I have out of this. I'll put this at C. I don't know if there is gonna be any D raids, really, but I can also say this: I didn't do any of the D1 raids, so I've never done Wrath of the Machine. I didn't play Destiny 1, so that's why they're down there. Is because there was Vault of Glass 2, King's Fall 2, Crotus 2, so I was like, oh, I'll just throw them there. I was going to say that in the beginning and I forgot, but yeah, that's why there's a D1 category. It's because those are all the D1 variants of the raids. Deepstone Crypts. The first raid to get craftable weapons. Way back. I think this was in I think it was like Witch Queen when I got craftable weapons. I love this raid. I think Deepstone is a very fun raid. Especially if you were to run it. Like if you're just having a good time with the buds. It's not a hard raid. It's pretty simple. This is a good raid to get started in the game too. I think that the mechanics are complex enough to where you can actually, learn how to raid in the game. So I'd say Deepstone is probably a B. A B overall. Valve the Disciple. I did this one on contest. We didn't finish it on contest, but we definitely played. We got to encounter 3. I think. I think we got to, yeah, we did. I could be tripping, but I'm pretty sure we got to the 3rd encounter, and that's where most teams got hard stuck. But I'm pretty sure that's what we did. But regardless, this raid is probably one of them. I think Valve Disciple has to be. I'm just gonna say it. I think Valve Disciple is an S tier raid. And like I said, guys, this is my opinion, and obviously you guys are gonna agree with everything I say. So I do think Valve Disciple is an S tier raid. The mechanic isn't insane, no, I guess. I mean, it's just symbols. But I think the lore surrounding it as well is really good. Rolk is a very good boss. It was a challenging day 1. I think the first team, it took like 7 hours. This was a close one for the raid boat as well because it was Celta Greppo's team. What were they called? I don't know what their team is, but then you had Dado's team. Dado's team was 3 minutes away from getting it, and then they managed to get the clear. It's heartbreaking for Dado, but then obviously Elysium, that's what they're at, Clan Elysium. They got the Valve Disciple clear 3 minutes before Dado did. That's insane. If they would have failed one more time, Dado would have got it, but I'm putting Valve Disciple up at S tier. It's a very fun raid. I'd say this is a good raid to get into if you want to learn more of a intense raid. Vault of Glass. This is no. It says Vault of Glass 2. It's just saying it's the Destiny 2 version of the raid. So Vault of Glass was the first raid that I ever did all the way from beginning to end. I remember I watched a guide. It probably was Dado. I don't know whose guide it was. But I watched a guide on how to do the raid. It was simple enough. So I was like, yeah, I can remember how to do all that. And then I did it. I don't know how long it took, but I remember it was just. There's one of the first times I ever just went into a random LFG and just did it with people. Because I don't really like doing raids with random people because so many fucking asshole fucking cocksucking cunts in this fucking game that I just don't like to deal with fucking fucking assholes. That's why I don't raid that much. That's why I don't raid that much anymore. But Vault of Glass just recently did get crafted weapons. Vault of Glass is one of my favorites. It's a nice little fun raid, you know. I mean every encounter is different. I mean you have the opening, which is just capture plates. Second encounter, add clear. Third encounter, oracles, which is fun for like 2 people. And then Templar. Obviously, Templar is the punching bag of the damage testing world. Him and the Grasp of Avarice boss, the ogre guy. I think I'm not gonna say S tier. I don't know if I put Vault of Glass in A tier, but I feel like Vault of Glass is also another very good raid to learn how to raid. You get used to like mechanics. I think Vault of Glass would be very good. Maybe not even because the mechanics aren't very challenging. You'd be better off at Deepstone to learn mechanics. Uh, I'm gonna put Vault of Glass in B tier. Uh, I really like the raid. It's a fun raid. King's Fall. This we got to War Priest on contest and we couldn't get past it because people kept leaving our team. So we just gave up eventually. So, um, War Priest was definitely a damage check on contest. I didn't finish it on contest. I think we could have, but we just didn't. People just kept leaving, so it was kind of frustrating. So we just kind of stopped. So, but King's Fall is really fun. It might be one of the best raids in Destiny 2 right now. And I'm talking about the Destiny 2 version, and because obviously Destiny 2s and Destiny 1s are different in a couple of different ways. They altered some of the encounters, and visually it just looks better in general. And like I said, I didn't do any of the Destiny 1 versions of these raids, and or Wrath of the Machine. I didn't do either. But I think King's Fall might also be an S tier raid. It is honestly probably one of the best raids they've ever done. And another one, that Clan Elysium one. Good for them, I guess. I don't give a shit about who gets the belt, honestly. So I'm just kind of adding that just because. But I have nothing against them. I'm just saying I don't really care. I think King's Fall is going to go up in S tier. It is a really good raid. Honestly, that might be a raid. I think if you're just getting into raiding, do that raid. A lot of boss fights in that raid too. Huh? You have War Priest. Then right after that you have Golgoroth, and then you have the sisters, and then after that you have fucking Oryx. It's fucking boss fight after boss after boss after boss. And then you have the opening with the ball, and you have to plant it on the statue. That's nice, you know. You also get loot off that opening. I've noticed that the Destiny 1 raids give you loot in the opening. In the new raids, they don't. A lot of them, at least. If any of them. Do any of the fucking new raids give you loot in the opening? I don't think so. Because Vault of Glass does. King's Fall does. King's Fall does? Does King's Fall? Yeah, it does. Right after you beat it, you can go through the portal as loot there. And then the opening of Crota does as well. I mean, not really, I guess. I guess you do have to do the entire abyss. The entire, like, maze shit in the... What is it called? The Abyss, isn't it? Isn't it called the Abyss? The first encounter of Crota? I guess that one doesn't, technically. But there's a free chest down there, so I guess you could count that. Where we put it, King's Fall? I think King's Fall is an S tier raid. Very fun raid. Very, very fun raid. Alright, Root of Nightmares. Ooh, doozy. Root of Nightmares is probably one of the laziest raids, but also has one of the most fun encounters in it, being planets. Planets has to be one of my favorite encounters, but I think overall Root of Nightmares is a joke because it's literally the same mechanic the entire time. Which some of the other raids in this game do that, but they do it better. Whereas literally Root of Nightmares is do this one thing for every encounter. Like the first encounter is connect the bullshit. I mean, and then there's 5 people killing ads. There's one person can do something, and then the other 5 kill shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, who thought that was a good idea? One person does something for the first encounter, and then the other 5 just kill shit. It's a fucking snooze fest. Second encounter, now 2 people can do something. Like, I do think the traversal from, what is it, after the second to getting to the third, that traversal is pretty nice. I think that's cool because if you fuck it up, you have to do it again, so it's kind of annoying, but I think that's a cool traversal. And like I said, Planets is a really good encounter. And the other thing about this raid is the whole thing is soloable, I'm pretty sure. I think that's been done. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. It's definitely duoable. Me and my friend have duoed up to Planets like a while back, but we never finished it. But I think we're going to be doing that soon, actually. But Root of Nightmares, joke of a raid. That might be the first D raid. I might even put it C. I might put Root. I don't think there's anything D, because Root of Nightmares is honestly probably the best raid to do for your first raid, because it's so simple, and the loot's not terrible. I mean, there's a good linear. The GL is good if you get a specific role, but even then, it's not. Nezarec is Nezarec or whatever. Nezar Erect. I don't know. And the thing is, Nezarec is literally just a tormentor. Like, they didn't even try to make him like unique design. Yeah, I don't know. Root of Nightmares. Oh, fuck, I might have to put a D. Planets is really good, and the traversal between second and third is really good. But that's it. Everything else is dog. But I do like Root of Nightmares more than Garden, so I'm honestly thinking I might put Garden in D. I might put Garden D and then put Root as C. Because I like Garden. Or I can put it at bottom. Because I don't think Garden is a D raid. C. But I feel like Root of Nightmares is so simple and just a snooze fest. I would say some of the challenges were kind of hard. Not even. What were they? They weren't even hard. They're just kind of annoying. I did all the challenges for that raid. I've only ever done all the challenges for Root of Nightmares and Vaulted Glass. And then a couple of Deepstone, I think. And we did a couple of the King's Fall ones too. But it's when you have to do the challenges on the master version. And the Vaulted Glass ones are definitely harder than the Root of Nightmare ones. I think we're going to leave it in C. I think that's fair. Crota's End. Oh yeah, Root of Nightmares is also the only raid where I've only ever made it to the end. But we didn't finish it. We made it to the end, but we didn't finish it. Did we? I wasn't able to finish it the day that my friend did because I was watching my aunt's dog. So I wasn't able to get on because I wasn't even at my PC. I was in a completely different house. But I would have, but I just wasn't there to finish it. But that was also a 48 hour. I think that was the first time they did 48 hours. Maybe Val was, I don't know. But yeah, wasn't able to get that one. Crota's End. I think Crota's End is, in terms of it's definitely pretty difficult. We didn't get past the second encounter for contest. Yet again, people kept leaving. Did we make it past? No, we didn't get to Ear But yeah, people kept leaving. That's one of the annoying things about not having enough people to like do a raid is there's a lot of impatient fucking assholes that will just leave after failing one time. So, but we did the second encounter, I think, for like 12 hours, and we just could not get it. I think we got close like 2 or 3 times, and I don't know, we just couldn't get it. Unless we did. I don't remember if we fucking did or not. It was so long ago. We might have, and maybe we did get to Ear. I don't know. I don't think we would have been able to beat it though all the way because it was just me and my friend, and then we were four. We were at the mercy of four randoms. Ah, Crota's good though. I'd probably put a B. I think the exotic isn't pretty. I think what is it? The Necrochasm. That's a solid auto. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm like seven fucking whatevers away from actually getting it. But then I'll have it. Alright, Salvation's Edge. I've only ever done this raid one time. Well, I've killed the witness. I've done the witness fight like 7 or 8 times, but all the way from getting down once. Uh this is a really good raid. I didn't do it on contest. I didn't even attempt. The last time I did a contest raid was Crota, and I didn't attempt it at all on the Salvation's Edge. I watched day one. That was about it. That was my day one experience was watching someone else play, and this was a controversial one because there's a lot of motherfuckers that were blocking the screen, which I'm of the group that says that is stupid, and honestly shouldn't be allowed. That should be you should honestly you should get penalized for blocking shit on your screen. I think you know what you can like not even I was gonna say you should be able to like I guess maybe blur out parts of your screen, but it's like some of you motherfuckers take this shit so serious. Like and it's horrible viewing experience. Like if you're gonna do all this shit, why are you even streaming? You might as well not even be streaming because like there was people legit that were just like their whole screen was just black. Like why are you even live? And the team that won, I don't even know if they were streaming, but it was a just a random team. Uh, I think second. I don't remember who got second, but I think it was Vendetta's team. I don't remember. T1, I think that's their name. I don't know what the clan's name is, but yeah, I didn't do this one at all. But Salvation's Edge, very good raid. I think if you want to do a somewhat harder raid, this is definitely the one. It has also one of the most annoying encounters known to fucking existence with Verity, the fourth encounter. But it's one of those encounters. Once you know how to do it, it's not too bad, but it's still fucking slog. You have to play fucking Barbie and fucking figure out who's wearing what and whose ghost is whose. Which is a little bit of a weird thing. It's kind of like forcefully hard just because you have to like fucking see whose ghost is this and whose fucking guardian is this. And it's like kind of a weird and random mechanic, but I think Salvation. I don't even know. I don't know if I want to put it S, but it is an A tier raid. It's also the last raid of the saga. It might honestly be S tier because I mean it's somewhat of the same mechanic the whole time, but it's like changed up in certain ways. But it's also like it's a lot of fucking ad clear you have to do. The boss fights are fun. There's only two, right? There's the one dude, the fucking one guy that you, the second encounter guy, and then the witness. The witness fight is absolutely fun. I love the witness fight. That it, that is a fucking fun ass fight. I might have to put it as just because of the witness fight. I love the witness fight. I think the only thing bringing down this raid is literally the fourth encounter. But if it didn't have the fourth encounter, it would be a B tier raid. Honestly, that didn't make any sense. But I think it's gonna go A. Some people were gonna say Last Wish should probably be S, but I feel like it's outdated. But yes, I think this is gonna be my list. Garden of Salvation, Root of Nightmares at C. Don't worry about the fucking didn't play and down. That doesn't matter because I didn't play it any of those raids. So we're not going to worry about that. But Garden Root at C. I think that's fair. You could probably even argue that Root of Nightmare should be D. Deepstone, Vault of Glass, and Crota in B. Those being the D2 versions, obviously. That being Vault of Glass and Crota. Deepstone, I could see myself putting Deepstone in A because that raid is fun. That being said, the final boss being Tanix is, you know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of like a meme. that he came back, so it's kind of funny. But I think we'll leave that at B. Salvation, Last Wish. I think I'll put Salvation at top of A. I think Salvation is definitely better than Last Wish. Last Wish is a very good raid, iconic raid. Has a vault, the vault encounter. That one is same with Verity. Honestly, being a fucking asshole ass encounter, fucking asshole ass encounter. And I feel like my S tier is really what's gonna piss a lot of people off, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't like Vow Disciple. And well, here's the thing about Vow Disciple: the opening is horrendous. That is the worst opening to any raid I've ever seen in my life. The worst part about it is they put that shit in that one mission. What was that shit even called? You fuckers know what I'm talking about. It was that one random ass mission that you had to do the opening of the raid, and then you had to go through the first room, and that was the whole mission. I don't remember what it was called. I think it's still on the map. You can still do it. It's just not, because I remember it was a pinnacle, so you would do it every week for your characters. But they did that shit, and that mission was absolute ass cheeks. That is the worst piece of content they've ever put in the game. That's definitely a top 3 worst piece of content they've ever done. But I think Vow Disciple as a raid is very fun. So I like the raids where everyone has to do something. Which King's Fall, everyone has to do something pretty much the entire time. Like there's encounters where you won't get thrown into the other, like in the final encounter where you get swapped over into what is it called, the abyssal plane, what is it, whatever, when you get like torn or whatever. Sometimes you don't get swapped, but more than likely you will. In the Sisters encounter, same thing with Golgoroth. Everyone's gonna have to like shoot the sack. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I guess that encounter you kind of don't have to do anything except damage, depending if you're the gaze taker, the gay taker. But the totems, everyone has to do something. The opening part, everyone has to do something. I also guess not everyone has to do something for War Priest, but King's Fall is a fucking good ass raid. Vow Disciple, literally every single encounter. I guess the final encounter, not everyone has to do something, but I mean, I don't even know. I just love both those raids. I can honestly see myself putting Salvations in S. That one is controversial. I feel like at A. Some people might even say it's lower. I don't know. But these are my raids. Hope you guys enjoyed this list. This is just for me. I mean, obviously, this list is gonna piss a lot of people off. A lot of you motherfuckers didn't like my dungeon list either. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this video. And until next time.